Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. It's December. That's right. December, for many of us, can be a very busy month, despite it being what we consider a very, uh, in nature anyway, a very slow time of year. I spend a lot of time outside every day. Every day I'm outside. And there, I mean, December is the time where it shows us. It's the contrast. It's the difference between when there was just so much activity and so much life as, wildlife and nature was preparing for winter. And now that it's here, it is still, it is quiet, it is calm. Now I know that it's going to be more cold and more quiet and more calm, but after December, it will become consistent. So it's this time where it's not consistent. It's that time of change. That's where I really notice it. So, December. Well, for me, as I think about the end of this calendar year and I think about the new year coming, right? There's obviously, for a lot of us, it signals a time for change, a time for transition. So, I'm not one to just blindly jump in and, and start something because the calendar says it's time to do that. If I find the need, I'll just start. But it does make sense and it does help to plan that way. So behavioralists and psychologists tell us it takes about 3 weeks to make a change, right? So whether you're breaking a habit or starting a habit, it takes about 3 weeks. So if you genuinely want to start the new year, January, with some, well, let's call it some commitments, then start now. All right. And you don't have to start big, start small. So December for me signals declutter. So if I want to be productive, if I want to, sort of manage my own work environment, it's time to declutter. I'm a note taker, so I've got notes everywhere. If the notes aren't useful, get rid of them. Right? This device holds videos and photos and quotes and again, more notes. If they're not relevant, if they're not useful, if they're not needed, declutter. All right. So that goes with, for me, prioritizing my sleep environment. So if there's just things in there that are going to take away from my energy, going to distract, all right, I'm going to declutter. So there's little habits that you can do when it comes to maybe something like laundry or something like, when you scatter things on little tokens and charms or, everyday carry items, on your dresser. Give them a space, give them a home, declutter, put things away, give them a home. So December, time to declutter. December is also a great time to experiment or try with a detox. All right. Oh, there's so many things, right? So I tried a dry January last year and, well, turned out to be a dry year. All right. So it's not that I'm never going to have alcohol again. It's just that I wanted to know that I could. And now I know that I can. So, are there some consequences and side effects? Yeah. Are there some reasons to? Sure. But I know that I am capable of living a happy, successful life without, well, the need. And for 35 years, there was a need for alcohol. So I know it's possible. Are there other things? Yeah. I can't say that I'm a non-smoker, right? But I've spent half this year without it, right? It's not a habit that I can break as easily as alcohol, but I know that I can because I have many times, right? So yeah, I'm going to detox that part of my life too. And coffee, nicotine, all right, has some purposes, but there are so many drawbacks no matter what vehicle you use to get nicotine. But caffeine has some benefits. But I'd like to know that I could without it. I know a lot of people that do. I know a lot of people that did and now don't. And they told me that there's a huge difference. So I'm going to give that a try. All right. So try detoxing, right? Things like sugar and carbs, other things like that. Not as easy. And you'd be amazed as soon as you find out you have a food sensitivity or food allergy, right? You become aware of how much that thing that you're not supposed to have is in everything. So hard. But December, try detox. And then de-stress. Stress, cortisol. I mean, we wake up with our body producing the most amount of cortisol first thing in the morning. So that's why I try and get active and get outside within that first hour. That helps me de-stress, manage my cortisol. All right. Now, there are little things in my life that cause some stress. So I've learned to reduce and, if possible, just eliminate them. All right. So think about those stressors, think about those triggers, think about those everyday things. So, I mean, if your physical health is a stress, then, well, try to make some changes. If your mental health is a stress, well, try to make some changes, right? Start now in December. And if your emotional health is a stressor, right, then, make some changes around that. And, nature for me is a big part of that. If your financial health is a stressor, then, well, there's there's lots you can do. All right. So being healthy, being happy, being calm, those will help in the long term with your physical, mental, emotional health, but they will also, believe it or not, help with your financial health. All right. In terms of what you might someday need from your, from your institutions and society in terms of taking care of you, right? Because there is a financial cost to that. So physical, mental, emotional, financial health. All right. So try and de-stress. So what you need to do is define, who do I want to be next week? I'm going to start now. Who do I want to be next month? Start now. In the next year, picture and feel who you want to be and have a reason to thank the person you are today for deciding that. And it's subject to change, and don't go big, small steps, but you will have that consistency. So declutter, it's December. Detox, it's December. De-stress, it's December. And then define. And the last thing I want to do in December is decide. Decide who you want to be. Decide the best course of action to take steps toward that end. Decide what is the best version of yourself for you and for those who you're responsible for. So good luck with December, right? Baby steps, all right? Define it, then decide. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Good boy.